it. Hey, it's Joshua Vergara. What's going on, everybody? Finally time to do a real-world camera test using the Xiaomi Mi 9. I figured what better way to test out the camera here than to be in China. No, I didn't come here on my own. I'm actually here for a different event that is somewhat affiliated with Xiaomi. You'll see a little bit about that later. But for now, let's go ahead and get into this camera test. Everything you're seeing, photos and videos in this particular piece, came from the Xiaomi Mi 9. I just tried something pretty interesting using the portrait mode on here. The portrait mode, because there's a wide-angle lens on the rear here, I think it's using the wide-angle lens in order to get what they call a full body mode, which is kind of interesting. Like, I know a lot of people who try to use the portrait modes, but then they tell you to like move back because they want to get, you know, full body shot. So that's really interesting. So you can see a couple of those examples here. Also, I know I still have the watermark on there. I will change it at some point. It's probably no surprise that there's so many touristy shops on the way to even just the bus station that we have to go to in order to ride all the way to the actual entrance of the wall itself. The wall is actually nowhere to be seen right now, so we have to actually get there first. I'm curious who's behind her. I've never been to this part of the Great Wall. Apparently there's a section where there's a cable. They call it a cable car, but it's really a ski lift. Woo, there we go. Nice. There's your guardrail. And boom, here we go. Sweet. Okay, so they call it a cable car, but yeah, it's definitely like, this is literally a ski lift. And right below us, you can kind of hear it right now, there's a toboggan. So it's kind of like it's not a slalom, right? Like you used the term luge earlier. It's not, though. I'm sure it'll be fun. There are certain parts of it that seem a little bit faster than others, but yeah, this is really not what I would think the Great Wall would have as far as attractions are concerned. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
You get up to the tallest point, at least the one that's right here.
You know what? Don't like that.
Remember time, 12:30, come by here.
All of the stairs are not the same. No two stairs are the same here, basically. So you have to have your wits about you, and it tires you out even more because you're always adjusting the entire time. So you just have to really be careful. reached what is supposed to be, at the very least, the end of this section of it. I don't see any stairs anywhere, and if you get to the end of this particular portion, you just get to this window, and then you turn around and make the entire trip back. That was my exercise for today. So some general thoughts on the camera. So far, I'm having a really great time vlogging with this thing. The wide angle is always going to be something that I will appreciate, especially on the rear. But footage on the front, even if it's not in 4K, still looks pretty good. I mean, you can tell me what you think right now. Helicopter flying overhead. Obviously, the main thing about the rear cameras here is that it now has the new Sony 48 megapixel sensor. So I do have some comparison shots, but really it's when you zoom in that you should be able to see some of the detail out of the 48 megapixel ones, but that's to be expected. What I really like though is that when you're using the video for the rear cameras, it seems like all of the footage is stabilized. Even the wide angle video, you can't really do zoom while you're doing video, but even then, just the two main modes, using the main sensor and then the wide angle, it seems really stabilized, and that really helps with vlogging. I tried my best to get some actual portrait selfie shots, or rather portrait shots using the rear cameras, but the timer on this only goes up to 5 seconds. It should be 10. I'm already exercising a lot just walking up the Great Wall, but having to run in front of the camera to meet that 5-second timer has been adding to my exhaustion. Anyway, I have a little over half an hour to get back, all the way back to our starting point. That way we could leave. But yeah, enjoy some extra shots of the Great Wall. I can't believe I almost forgot that we're gonna ride a freaking toboggan.
I know.
This is ridiculous. I know, I'm quite excited. But I'm dreaming right now of going into Probably.
Oh yeah. Yeah, leave a bit of a gap. Alright, go for it, go for it. Oh yeah. Yeah! That was dope. That was actually pretty dope.
It's really good.
That was actually pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie, that was good. Let's have some super local food. Literally 5 minutes away from the Great Wall. Clearly here for something gaming related. So alright, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it on this one. I will share some of the footage and some of the pictures from this event that I'm going to, that I'm here for obviously, but I hope you enjoyed this video on the Xiaomi Mi 9 where I gave it a real world camera test. I'll also do some low light shots and whatnot, so let me know what you think of those in the description down below. But yeah, maybe I'll do a final follow-up with some tips and tricks, but for now, I gotta go in here. It's time to work.